Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Romesh Ranganathan, incredible British comedian. Got a taste of Trump's America. Before we dive in, make sure you guys subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Let's do this.
Folks, my next guest is a British comedian who recently moved to the United States, a journey you can follow on the Showtime series,
Romesh.
Just Another Immigrant. Please welcome Romesh Ranganathan.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, the series, I've been told 6 of the first 10 have aired.
Correct. Yeah.
Already.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're all brilliant.
That's why you're here. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be here if they weren't brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, you recently emigrated to the United States. How long ago is that recent means?
7 months.
7. That's recent.
Yeah.
That's recent.
That is recent.
First of all, great timing.
Thank you.
Comedy's all about timing.
I was told that my look would go down well in the States at this time, so...
So what... tell me about the show. What's the intention of the show?
So basically, the idea is that the whole premise of the show is that when I started doing stand-up in the UK, I'd always wanted to see how I got on in the US because I grew up loving American stand-up, you know, and I fell in love with American stand-up before I got into British stand-up. So I thought to myself, well, I do want to come over and see how I get on over here. And so then we thought, well, why don't we document that journey?
Dang.
So, but we wanted to put a bit of pressure on it, you know, and see how I really got on. So essentially what I did was I arrived in LA and booked the Greek Theatre for 3 months later and decided to see if I could sell it out in that time.
How many seats in the Greek?
5,900.
That's a big house. That's a big house.
That is a big house for someone who's got profile. For me, it was insanity. I sort of had this idea that it'd be like a Field of Dreams style thing. You know, I put it on.
If you build it, they will come. I love it. Romesh, I would have came, dog. I ain't know about it, but Romesh, if it was near me, I would have tried to come. I love that, though. Field of Dreams type.
And it will come, and you know, everyone will turn up and they're like, oh my God, this guy's done it. It's so crazy. I'm going to follow his dream. And that just, people don't follow people's dreams. You know, that's...
You follow your dream.
I followed my dream, but
Yes.
nobody was going the same way as me.
Well, what are some of your first impressions of the United States? First of all, had you been here before?
I'd been here before on holiday, yeah,
Okay.
to New York. I hadn't been to LA before.
Any
And
of the parts in between?
yes, I've been around and about, you know, I've done little bits and pieces of the United States. I did a travel show for the UK, where I went around America. But that was, you know, I wasn't really properly seeing it. I was sort of mainly filming and stuff. But
So what are some of your first impressions?
well, you know, my first impression of LA, if I'm being honest with you, I think it's too friendly. You know, I like not being spoken to. It's one of my favourite things. It's just to get on with my life. You know, I barely want to talk to people I know. So the idea that a stranger would be next to you in a shop and say to you, oh, what you got there? That looks interesting. What I've got here is none of your business, mate. That's what I've got here.
I definitely understand what Romesh means, and that's because I'm a very introverted person. I know when I'm on camera, I'm excited and everything. Like, this is easy because it's really just me talking to a camera, even though I'm talking to y'all. It's me talking to a camera, but my personality is also very excited, very positive, very optimistic, very bubbly. Like, I like being happy. But I'm also very introverted, so when I go out, like, I don't want to, like, talk to a lot of new people. I like the circle of people that I already have, and I'm awesome around them, and I'm happy, I'm positive. I probably annoy them, but yeah, talking when I go out and about, I gotta have a conversation with new people. It's not what I would prefer. I would prefer to keep to myself. But if somebody talks to me, I am approachable. Like I'll smile, I'll talk back. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a conversation with you. Not for long, but I'll have that conversation just because I mean it's a polite thing to do, and I am a nice person. But yeah, the introverted side of me does not want to talk. He wants to go and get what I came for and go back home and get back to be my homebodiness, I guess.
So
How
I
about New
found
York? Is New York better about that?
New York I like because people, I can feel like a little vibe of hatred in New York that I like, I sort of arrive in New York and feel, this is like home. I can get on board with this. Do you know what I mean? That sort of general kind of edge of like, don't look at me. I like that. I like the idea that if you accidentally make eye contact with someone, you could die. That is.
Yeah, don't do
I
it.
enjoy that. But the
it.
thing is
Don't do it.
going to LA, I had, I'll be absolutely honest with you, the perception of the US since the Trump presidency has changed in terms, for British people.
For us too.
For the rest of the world. The rest of the world, I feel like the perception changed.
Yes, I'm aware of that, but I want you to know that word has spread. But I still thought going to LA, it would be different, and it is different because LA's different. But I did have two really weird incidents very quickly after arriving in LA. So I think it was like my second night. I was sort of still a bit jet lagged, and I went out with a friend to a bar. And as I walked into the bar, like somebody shoulder checked me, like just sort of gave me a little nudge. And I thought, okay, maybe that's an LA greeting. I don't know. And I went in, and this guy sort of followed me in, and he said, are you Muslim? And I said to him, no, I just like the look. And he then said to me, well, let me buy you a drink then, if you're not. Like that was his test. So I said, no, I'm all right, I don't want a drink. And he said, no, let me buy you a drink. It was the most threatening offer of a drink I've ever had. And it eventually got to the point where... And by the way, I do want to make this known that my friend at this point had disappeared. I don't know where this guy had gone. This white guy I was with sold me out. I don't know, I think he's Muslim. I've got nothing to do with him. He was gone. But he was insisting. And then, so I said, okay, fine, I'll get a drink from you, thank you. And then he gave me the drink. And then he said, you've got to understand why I had to check, right? Because Islam is evil. And...
It don't make no sense, bro. It doesn't. People are so out and about and bold with their prejudice, with their racism. It's insane with their hatred, and it's like, dog, like people used to keep that to themselves, but he just bold. I had to check, like Islam is evil, like, bro, my heavens. It's like, and then it's like people are ignorant because they may see something on the news and just determine an entire group of people is evil or an entire race of people is evil. And it's like, dude, you saw a couple of bad things on the news and now the entire race is bad. It's insane. And that annoys me to no end. I hate that. Like, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. At the end of the day, no matter what race you are, there's good people, there's bad people. You know what I'm saying? There's people going through problems. There's people having an incredible life. There's good, bad, struggle, everything. No matter what race, no matter what color you are. So that stuff frustrates the life out of me when people do that. It's like, it's sick.
I understand why I had to check, right? Because Islam is evil. And I said, I'm not really qualified to. I would heartily disagree with you, but I don't really want to enter in a conversation about it. And then he said, well, you sit down and talk to me. You've got to appreciate that. And he goes, that's why I was checking. I was checking, but obviously you're not, so we're cool. And I thought to myself, well, actually, what I should be doing is challenging this guy because obviously I fundamentally disagree with everything he's saying. But at the same time, I want this conversation to end.
Yeah.
So I just went, cool, man. I'll see you later. Yeah, Islam's evil. Cheers. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to move on.
I feel that.
But it did stay
I'm sure
with
no
me.
one will ever take that statement you just made out of context in any way. Just Another Immigrant airs Fridays on Showtime. Romesh Ranganathan, everybody. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's dumb. And it's like, yeah, you should. He's like, and I wanted to challenge him, but honestly, in today's day and age, especially here in America, dog, challenging someone's beliefs, that can end up in a scenario you don't want to be in. It's unfortunate, but yeah. I rock with him, but he's like, oh yeah, cheers, whatever, drink, bye, like, let me get away from you. It's just ridiculous. People are dumb and ignorant, and that's all that is. That's all we got. Make sure you guys subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. It's your boy D Neal, out.